This is the second video on the W quarters. If you haven't seen the previous video on the modern War and Peace dollars, you're going to want to watch that one. All right, we now have several W quarters here in this second hunt. We're going to start where we left off, which should mean we begin with the Lowell quarters. I'm not sure how many I have because it's blocked on the sheet. An MS63. I was expecting 65, but I looked at a couple of my grades afterward, and it looks like really 63 is more what I should have expected for all of these. And that's my first Lowell. My second Lowell is a 58. Really? Oh, I guess I can kind of see it. I don't know, man. Like, I don't think it's that low, but okay, I guess we'll create a little spread there. Next up, American Memorial Park. I have 3 that'll finish out this box here. MS62, that's hurting me. Yep, just throw it on the ground because it's a 58. And the next one. And another 58. That's also unfortunate. All right, let's move on to box 2. All right, we have 1 War in the Pacific. Yep, just drop it. And another 58. Okay, at least we're consistent. What's next? San Antonio Missions. I have 2 of these. One of these I found really early on, and it should be this one. MS64. That's more like it. All right. Let's see how the next one does. Probably lower. I found this one in 2023, so it's probably 58. And it is. Okay, big surprise. At least I'm starting to guess here a little better. Too bad I submitted all these coins first, but whatever. Frank Church River, no return. I found all of these super early on in their existence. All of them actually from the same box in March of, in some date, February of 2020. This first one, MS65. This one, I think, was the one that I expected to grade much higher than all of them, but I was really expecting something more like a 66 or a 67, and not a 65, but it is what it is. We have 4 more River of No Returns here. A 63, which will take a 64, which will take a 64, which will take a 63, which will take. I think that was all of them. Maybe there's one more, but I don't know. The next one, if it's not a River No Return, is going to be American Samoa. We only have 1 of them, and it is an MS62. All right, so we're doing a little better now. I mean, still not great and certainly not breaking even, but as we saw in the last video, I got some high value coins, so we aren't complaining a whole lot here. Weir Farm, we have 3 of them. The first one is an MS62. All of these were also found in 2020 at the same time as that American Samoa. So the American Samoa, as well as all these Weir Farms, were found on the same date in 2020, the same box even. MS63, and I think 1 more Weir Farm, and an MS62. All right. Next up is Salt River Bay. We have 2 of these. Yep, and we're back to the 58s, and 1 more, also a 58. Next up, Marsh Billings Rockefeller. We have 2 of those. And MS61, just, you know, maybe we can complete it, get a 60 here, you know, that'd be kind of nice. And a 58, which kind of makes sense. And then we have a Tallgrass Prairie, and that is it for the hunt. I expected this one to grade the worst out of them all, and it graded a 63. So it shows you what I know. Apparently I know nothing, but we'll take a 63. I suppose I have no clue how the values did on this. I'll bring you guys back in a second. All right, here is the best of each grade as well as the lower grade ones below them. As we see, the highest low was a 63. We also got a 58. The highest American Memorial Park was a 62 with 2 58s. Highest War in the Pacific was unfortunately a 58. The highest San Antonio Missions was a 54, and we also had a 58. Frank Church River No Return was the highest overall with the MS65, 2 64s and 2 63s. And that concludes 2019. In 2020, with the V75 Privy, our highest American Samoa, our only American Samoa, was the MS62, MS63 from Weir Farms, as well as two 62s, two 58s from Salt River Bay, a 61 from Marshbanks Rockefeller, as well as a 58. And finally, an MS63 from Tallgrass Prairie. So overall, pretty good. Again, I'd like to upgrade these 58s to mint states at some point, which may mean like selling these bottom ones or something like that. I haven't decided exactly what I want to do, but overall, a nice hunt. Unfortunately, we only had one win, several neutrals, and the rest were losses. And if you see, our win plus our neutrals evens out the number of losses we had. So overall, definitely lost money, but only a little bit. All of these losses were small, $5 to $10 losses, and this win over here was about a $10, $12 win. So that's a good win, and then those neutrals obviously pretty up the middle neutral. Now, yeah, so anyways, that's that submission. Stay tuned for the next video next week, where we'll do our last 3 coins in this submission, as well as the overview of the whole entire submission.